Rob Kardashian played Blac Chyna in a big way in their child support war. This, according to our sources connected to Rob and company, and it all has to do with back then when they were fighting and when she accused him of domestic violence and got a restraining order against him saying that he had struck her, and he was worried at the time that he might lose custody just because of the allegation. So they settled.
Yes, he got her to drop that drop the restraining order
For a price.
Yes, and she got some money, and they decided on 50-50 custody.
And the money was $20,000. And what we found out was that Rob's team knew all along that if they went to court, they could do way less than 20 because she made a lot more money than him. He was basically just selling socks, and that was about it.
Right.
But he was willing to pay the 20 a month for a while because then all of the other stuff would go away, which it did, and that he would eventually go back to court and say to the judge,
to get it reduced.
Hey, you got to reduce this thing. She's making way more than me. Well, guess what happened? That.
He's now gone to court, has filed documents, and wants to reduce his child support.
And you gotta imagine he's gonna win this. I mean, he has the proof that his socks aren't selling well. He has the proof that his Instagram page, where he promoted a lot of products and made a lot of money, has been shut down. So as a judge, how can you say, okay, this guy needs to continue paying something we set a year and a half ago when things were a lot different?
Well, his lawyer, his lawyer, Lisa Bloom, told us that, or her lawyer, excuse me, Blac Chyna's lawyer, Lisa Bloom, told us that she believes that Rob is hiding his wealth and that he may act like he's not making any money, but he lives, as she put it, a lavish lifestyle.
I mean, but he showed him self-living lifestyle, because as soon as he was with Blac Chyna, he had the Lambo car that he purchased her, the Range Rover. They were living in Kylie's house that they were renting, like a bunch of money. So he was providing for the family. So he has money and he has access to a lot of money because it showed in the relationship.
But it's not necessarily his money, which is the point.
I mean, that point, you just said it. He didn't even have a house with, like, he was living in his sister's house.
And so...
But if you're able to live in your sister's house and rent it out, that's still a lot of money.
Well, he's not renting it out. He's just
getting
getting
it. And he bought Chyna like $1 million engagement ring at the time.
Well, here's the thing. The judge, we found out that the judge in the case actually a few months ago suspended all child support payments. So Chyna right now is getting no child support from Rob while the judge figures out how much money she's worth and what he's worth. Well, that's what the judge did.
They have a 2-year-old daughter, so someone has to provide for the kid. I mean,
once they figure out the number,
has like you said, money, yeah, she's
getting.
Still not fair. The baby daddy has to help.
That may happen, but right now we just found out like a half hour ago that the judge had suspended all child support payments. I think this was done at least 2 or 3 months ago.
But Chyna
the judge is now trying to figure out how much Chyna's worth.
But Chyna's worth obviously a lot of money though, because she just bought a $3 million house.
Hi, I'm Faith from Barbados. Basically, I think that it is unfair that they are at war. Chyna does make a lot more money. I do think that Rob can, the judge can side with Rob for now until we see what it is that he plans to do to garner some money so that he can support his child how he should. As the person said before, a child father needs to support his child.
Well, it's not an issue of garnishing his wages. The judge is just going to say, look, I figured it out and you should pay X, and Chyna, was going to get less or whatever.
Right.